One of the great privileges I have as a priest is to preside at the sacrament of confession, and I'm always deeply moved at the desire people have to be a better person, to be a more authentic Christian, being honest with the forces in life that are obstacles in the desire of being a better person. If I would just say the most common challenge that people share with me is dealing with impatience. And there are many different degrees of impatience. You know, we can be at Heinen's and the person in front of us is standing there, and then when the clerk tells them, you know, the bill is $26.30, they just can't find that credit card. Just can't find it. We can make that fatal mistake of coming in from the city and getting in the wrong lane. You don't get an express lane, you can add an extra hour to your journey of coming home. We have the frustration of phone trees, you know, press 1, press 2, press 3, press 6, and then we get disconnected. We have the nightmare of passwords, you know, the passwords that just never work. And then you reset it, and that doesn't work either. But then there are more profound struggles with impatience, dealing with personal problems, sometimes taking much longer to recover from a medical situation or a health issue, the impatience of wishing a son or daughter could come to terms with their problems more quickly than they seem to be coming to terms with it. Impatience, it affects all of us in different ways and to different degrees. And the gospel in this first reading today speak of people looking for signs of God's power and presence in their life. We hear two contrasting experiences. In the first reading, the Israelites are looking for a sign, and they get one of the whoppers in the whole scriptures, the parting of the Red Sea. That was the reason of deliverance from Pharaoh's wrath. They prayed for a sign, and they certainly got it. In the gospel, the Pharisees and the scribes are looking for a sign from Jesus to reveal his power. Now, the larger context of this particular passage, Jesus had just fed the 5,000. He had just healed the blind man. He had just healed a person of leprosy, and they wanted another sign. And Jesus realized, are they looking for a wonder worker, a magician, or are they looking for the Messiah? The Messiah would not give them a sign to establish the fact that he was a wonder worker. He wanted to give them a sign of the resurrection. Jonah was the great symbol in the Hebrew scriptures of coming to life in the jaws of death. And we acknowledge today that God is at work in our lives in many ways, and we have to come to terms with things that are in God's time and in our time. And there are those moments when our time is not God's time. And the person of faith looks for insight into how God is working. And the Jesuits have a great daily practice called the Examen, in which they reflect on their lives every single day. And part of the process of the Examen is to reflect on the past, to acknowledge that God has in fact been very active in my life. God in fact has given many signs of his love and providence that I've taken for granted or not noticed. And maybe God isn't working as quickly as I might like him to work, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been at work and isn't continuing to work his marvels in our lives. We pray for patience. We pray for the ability to discern the ways that God is at work in your life and in mine. Thank you for participating in this production of our virtual Mass. Your presence means so much. Every day, so many parishioners connect to OLPH through the digital ministry. The digital ministry is one of almost 80 ministries supported by the parish. That's why your support of the parish is crucial, so we can continue to have the resources to fund all of our ministries that touch the lives of many. Thank you for watching, continue to watch, and thanks again for your support.